Three things that actually improve long-term outcomes with type 2 diabetes. The first thing I'd like to talk about is getting started soon and early. So many people make the mistake of not getting started early. And why do they do that? My experience personally, and I think it's the experience of other people, is that people avoid getting started early because they don't feel symptoms or they don't feel too many symptoms. Many people, like myself a long time ago, I would notice that I would feel a little bit sleepy when I would eat carbs or sugar or things like that, but I didn't pay mind to it. I didn't pay too much attention to it. But in reality, that was a sign that I was starting to develop type 2 diabetes. Every week I speak to people. When I mention that I help people manage their type 2 diabetes, they tell me, yes, I believe I have type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, and I really need to get going on it. Or they said that they know that they have it, but they just haven't really got it started yet. And they do this because they don't feel symptoms, or they don't feel significant symptoms, or they don't want to affect their family's lifestyle. They don't want to change what they do on vacations. They don't want to just make dramatic changes in their lifestyles. They're just not ready. The reality is that lifestyle changes simply do not have to be that dramatic. So I encourage you to make those changes sooner. Another very important point is beta cells. Beta cells produce insulin. Endocrinologists and physicians will tell you that if your A1C is over 7, they will likely encourage you to take meds. And the reason they want you to take meds is that the longer your A1C is over 7, the less ability you have to produce insulin with your beta cells. Most doctors and most endocrinologists will give you a month, 2 or 3, without taking medication to try and get it down. But if you want to talk to me about how to discuss with your doctor about whether you want to make lifestyle changes first, or you want to start off with some medication and then eventually get off the medication, or you're ready to permanently take medications, we can talk about that, and just give me a call and we can discuss how to discuss it with your physician or endocrinologist, which is another point. I strongly encourage people who have type 2 diabetes to see an endocrinologist, not a family physician. And that is because you're rolling the dice if you just use a family physician. They don't necessarily know what they're doing. The second thing that you need to understand, the changes that need to be made for long-term improvement with type 2 diabetes, is patterns, not only patterns, but history of controlling your type 2 diabetes by understanding your patterns and making changes to how you proceed with type 2 diabetes and understanding what to do. I want to encourage you to follow carefully what we teach you in how to develop a system that's designed for you. For example, I will help you develop a system that works for you, that's based on your exercise patterns, that's based on your diet patterns. I'm not going to ask you to change your diet. I'm going to ask you to improve your diet with the diet you already have. Because changing diets radically, if you're not used to being a vegetarian, just because someone suggests you have a vegetarian diet doesn't mean you should do that. You can improve your diet, and you can improve your health, and you can improve your blood sugar levels, and you can improve your A1C on most any diet by improving that diet, not by radically changing it. And the third thing that I want to discuss with you is not only patterns and patterns in how to manage your type 2 diabetes, but also in the future, how to make changes as time goes by. I've had to make changes as time goes by. For example, I do take Ozempic, and I've taken it for a long time. But over a period of time, I noticed that weight loss not being an issue with me anymore, I need to make sure that I maintain muscle mass. So a few things that I do to maintain muscle mass is, the few things that I do to make sure I maintain muscle mass is I eat more protein. I have eggs every morning for breakfast. And not only do I have eggs for breakfast every morning, but then I do muscle work. I do resistance band training and I walk every day. And then I do other training. I carry a bag to work and I'm lifting my bag as I'm walking to work. So there are so many things that you can do. As time changes and your situation changes, you need to evolve with time. And that's why it's good to follow our program carefully so that your systems can change over time. So to summarize, you want to make sure that you begin as soon as possible. Don't waste time getting started because you don't have a lot of symptoms. Your patterns and your program of how to control your type 2 diabetes and maintain maintain your patterns is important to develop a system which will help you do, and let it change with time. I hope this works for you, and I also want you to make sure you subscribe to our type 2 program here right below. I want you to subscribe so that you make sure you get all of our videos. We post most days, and you'll learn a lot just by posting these days. And if any of this resonates with you, I encourage you to follow through. Check out a free guide about our type 2 pivot method program. You can both get the free guide in the bio, or you can actually enroll in our program. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.